You 100% deserve to live a life that does not feel like you need a constant vacation from it, that does not encourage you to numb yourself or escape mentally. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you're new here, I'm Monet. If you're not new here, welcome back, girl. And I saw a TikTok that inspired me to make a video, and today we are going to talk about how hard work does not always equal success, and how sometimes hard work, hustle culture, being a girl boss, all of those ideas start from a place of wanting to create something which is a positive, but become a toxic, energy draining, soul draining idea. So before we get into it, you know the drill. Go ahead and hit subscribe before you leave. So if I look back to myself 4 years ago, I was completely obsessed with hustle culture. I remember waking up super early so that I could get my workout in, and then working super hard on my side hustle, which has become my full-time job, and then going to work, and then coming home, making dinner, meal prepping, doing all of this stuff, because to me, hustle equaled success, hustle equaled more money, hard work determined how valuable I felt. And I think that when you're living in that cycle, you come to a point where it's, one, not sustainable. Nobody can go for 15 hours a day every single day. I remember I used to say, like, success takes no days off, and even in my fitness journey I would say that there's no days off to being fit. And I came to a part where, one, I couldn't sustain it. My body was literally telling me that I needed to slow down, or it was gonna slow down for me. But also I just wasn't enjoying it. Even when I was reaching these accomplishments that I had been focused on and working so hard for, I wasn't enjoying it because I was just on to the next thing. I was go, 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 go. And I wasn't enjoying my relationships because it was so timed out. It's like, okay, we're going on a date at this time, and then I'm going to go home and get my life together so I can wake up early in the morning and start hustling again. As I've taken a step back and I've gone through a career change and a lifestyle change and really valuing the enjoyment that life can give, I've realized that sometimes hard work just equals hard work. And sometimes when things are hard and they're not feeling like they're coming to you easily, it's actually a signal from God, source, the universe, whatever word you want to use, that you're not in alignment with your purpose. It's when you're in alignment with your purpose, there still is hard work. Of course, hard work isn't a bad thing, but a lot of it comes with ease and flow, and you'll find that you're not draining your energy, you're not draining your spirit to have that success. So today I'm going to share with you 8 ways that I have shifted my mindset from hard work equals success to I deserve success, and that doesn't always mean hard work. I was recently on a podcast called Your Number One Fan, and I'm a big fan of this podcast and its host, Kim. And Kim made a video about a month or 2 ago that really resonated with me, and it's stuck in my mind ever since. And that was, Sunday scaries are not normal. We should not be normalizing them. We should not be celebrating them. If you are living in a lifestyle pattern, or you have a job, or you're in a relationship, whatever it is, where you are dreading 5 days, have 1 day of happiness, and then the whole next day, Sunday, you're spending that dreading the next 5 days and having these Sunday scaries and really feeling almost ill about a new work week starting, that is a really, really big sign that you are not in alignment with the life that you are meant to be living. And I know that it sounds easier said than done to say, don't work a job that you don't like, or don't do something you hate. And I worked in the tax industry for years and years and years, and I never enjoyed it. There was no point at which I was like, doing taxes is my purpose and my passion. Doing taxes is something I'm good at. Doing taxes is something that pays well, but I didn't feel deeply fulfilled. I didn't feel excited and energized by the work, and I would have Sunday scaries. I really urge you, now that I've made that shift, is start small. Start with a side hustle. Start making money in some way. Start shifting in some way where you're doing work that doesn't feel like work. You're doing work that feels good and energizing and authentic, and that you don't dread for the entire weekend. Doing work that you don't need a vacation from all the time is going to shift your life. And that can be another 9 to 5. Some people have 9 to 5s that they absolutely love. I have a friend who works in technology and she loves it. She loves the geeky part of it. She likes the admin part of it, and she feels fulfilled. On Sundays, she's looking forward to Monday. So even if it's not starting a side hustle or being self-employed, because entrepreneurship definitely is not for everyone, if you're having Sunday scaries every single week and you're dreading your work week, start looking into having a job that does not give you that. Start looking at what shifts can you make. What is it about your job that you are so fearful of, or that has created the Sunday scaries feeling? It could even be at the same company. One of my friends, Jasmine, she recently felt drained at the end of her work week, and she just shifted positions in her company. Now she's feeling more fulfilled. She's happy. She's not dreading her work week. She's not waiting for Friday and waiting for Saturday and then hating her life on Sunday because it starts all over again. Start identifying what it is that makes you dread it, and see how you can shift it. And if you can't shift it in that job, start thinking about what kind of jobs you might be better suited to and start applying for those, or start creating those. Whichever it may be, Sunday scaries are not normal and are a really good indicator that you are not aligned with your purpose or your passion. Second sign that your hard work is just hard work. If you're feeling the need to numb or escape your reality with drugs, alcohol, binge watching TV, any of those type of things, that is your subconscious telling you that you need to make a change in your life. And that might be work, that might be family dynamics, that could be your schedule, your mindset. It could be a lot of things, but notice if you're having an escape or numbing regularly, that is your subconscious telling you that a change is needed. And that is not to say that you can't have a glass of wine at dinner or use plant medicine occasionally or binge watch TV over a weekend. But if you're doing it for the need of numbing or escape, really be real with yourself. Take stock of your actions. See what is the motivating factor here. And if your intention is to escape or numb a feeling, then pay attention, because your subconscious is yelling at you that there is a change needed in your life. Next tip is for the to-do list girlies. I am with you. I love a to-do list. I love a planner. I am a to-do list girly through and through. But if your to-do list is packed full of draining activities, it may be a sign that that to-do list is tethered in some way to your value or self-worth, and it's time to work on your self-image and maybe let the to-do list go a little bit. This doesn't mean you have to eliminate to-do lists from your life. I don't really envision that ever happening for me. I love a to-do list. But at one point when I was trying to become a content creator, I had like a list of videos to make, and I had a list of topics and a list of times to post, and I had when's the best day to post and what time is the best time to post, and I wanted to pitch to 25 brands a day and do all of these things that were on my to-do list, and it felt really hard, and I felt like I was slaving over creating content. But creating content is what I love to do. If it's feeling that hard, it's feeling like you're having to force your way into all of these scenarios, that can also be an indicator that you are not quite in alignment with what you're trying to do. I took stock of what is on my to-do list just to be on the to-do list, and what is on my to-do list because it's actually where I feel called to work, or it's what I know needs to happen for my career or my life or whatever. Capitalism and hard work being equated with success is not how everybody in the world is living. And we are taught to make a lot of fear-based decisions, and we're taught this at a super young age. If you think about going to even grade school, you kind of have a 9 to 5. You come home, you have homework, you work on it, go to bed, repeat. Then you're taught to go to college. Well, in college, you usually end up working, going to school, taking out student loans, getting a job to pay back those student loans. Then you might have a side hustle or a second job to help you pay back those student loans, and you do that on repeat. That's not how the entire world works. And there's so many examples of this fear-based decision making that is really something that you can shift. You can change your mindset and your reality on, because our thoughts become our beliefs become our reality. Is holding the belief, I have to have a 9 to 5 to pay the bills. If that's your current reality, that is something you can shift. There's so many different ways to make money that aren't just a typical 9 to 5. Again, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if you love it. But the fear-based idea of I have to work a 9 to 5 to pay my bills is not necessarily true. I think a lot of people realize that during COVID, but it's still not true. Another one that I think is huge for women is I have to have kids to matter. I think that a lot of women are questioned. I've been questioned so many times when a woman makes the decision not to have children. It is often seen as she is not fulfilling her life's purpose, or she's going to be missing out. And it's not necessarily the same question for a man. There's a lot of men who never get married or never have children, and that is societally acceptable. But when a woman makes that decision, a lot of times it's questioned, and her value and worth as a human is questioned. When that woman could find the cure for cancer, she might start a business that changes lives. She might become a coach or a creator or an inventor. There are so many things that that woman can do with her time that will have her contributing to society without creating another human. Inherently, she is valuable with or without the kids. But that's something we're taught so early on, and it's something that's so repeated. Even now, these are decisions that it can feel like are truths because our society has ingrained them in our brain. But in reality, there's many different places throughout the world that don't feel that way. And even if societally that's the belief, it doesn't mean it has to be yours, and it doesn't mean that aligns with your purpose or your passions or your goals in this life. Purpose does not have to do with money. I think that is such a hard thing to remember, is you're told to find your passion, pursue your passion, find your purpose, but it's often equated with making money. And you can make money following your purpose, 100%. A lot of people do. That's what I do. My purpose is to empower and encourage women to live their happiest and healthiest life. I know that deep into my core that that's why I'm on this earth. And I do make money as a mindset coach. I do make money as a content creator. So I am absolutely making money by pursuing my purpose. But it's also really valid to have a purpose that does not have to do with money and does not bring you in money. For example, my sister has type 1 diabetes. She is not a doctor. She is not a type 1 diabetes specialist. But her purpose is to live as a gorgeous, successful, powerful person who has type 1 diabetes and help and inspire and encourage people that are struggling with a chronic illness to show them how you can live a fulfilled, beautiful, amazing life. And that is her purpose, is to be this powerful being who also has a chronic illness. And she doesn't make money doing that. She has a 9 to 5 job that pay her bills, but she is still walking in her purpose by showing up authentically and speaking out about her type 1 diabetes and her experience with that illness to inspire and empower and encourage other people. Another mindset shift that I have had in the past 2 years is that skills, growth, hobbies, and fun are just as important as your job. They're just as important as paying your bills, because if the only reason you're on this earth is to pay bills and die, there's no point. That's not fun. What's the purpose of that? But if you're on this earth and you're working and paying your bills, but you also make time for fun and growth and joy, Those are so important. Your hobbies are so important, and they need to be taken as seriously as your job. Obviously, use reason. Do you call in sick twice a week to pursue a hobby? No, you're probably going to lose your job and not be able to afford the hobby. But do you wake up an hour earlier to have some time to pursue a passion? Do you block off some time in the week or in an evening or on the weekend to make sure you're having really fun times? Absolutely. You need to schedule in your fun and make that commitment to yourself or your hobbies or whatever sets your soul on fire. Maybe it's spending time with your family, whatever it is. You need to schedule that into your schedule just like you would a work day. And the only reason you can cancel on yourself needs to be a reason that you would also call in sick to work for. Ease is not just for vacation. When you think of vacation, you probably think of sleeping in a little bit, starting with a slow morning, easing your way into the day, seeing where the day takes you, and really just letting your life flow. But it is possible to live in flow and in ease for most of the time. A human experience means that we're going to experience sadness and anger and hardship. That's part of being alive. But you should be feeling ease and flow in a lot of your time. And just like back to our first point, if everything is feeling really hard, if your job is feeling really hard or you're feeling like you're really having to force yourself or have a Sunday scary or dread most of your time, that is a big signal that something in life needs to be shifted. And to sum it all up, some days will not be fun. But if the norm is that most days are not fun, it is time to make a shift. It's time to take radical responsibility over your life and really, really sit down and get in touch with what parts of your life are feeling really, really hard. I do want to make a disclaimer. If you're feeling depressed, that is different than living out of flow. That is a symptom of living out of flow. But depression, if you're feeling depression, that's something that you should work with a doctor and fix first, because it's going to be really, really hard to fix anything else in your life if you're already struggling with depression. I've been there. It's too draining to take on something else. But if you're not feeling depression, but you're feeling like a lot of things in your life are hard and having to be forced, and Sunday scaries are your norm, and you're hating Monday through Friday and living for the weekend, those kind of feelings, I really urge you to take some time this week and envision what it looks like to not have those feelings. What is it that you're doing in the day? Who's involved in that? How do you structure your time? How do you spend your money? Where do you live? What kind of food do you eat? There are a lot of things that are small shifts that can make the biggest difference. And there are a lot of things that are big shifts that will literally make your life worth living again. And if you're dreading 5 out of your 7 days a week, that is not normal. It should not be normal. It's not okay. And you absolutely 100% deserve a different life. I don't know every single person on the other side of this screen, but what I do know is you 100% deserve to live a life that does not feel like you need a constant vacation from it, that does not encourage you to numb yourself or escape mentally on a regular basis. You deserve a life that you are not dreading all day Sunday, and you do not hate Monday through Friday. So this is your sign. If you're feeling that way, let's make the change. If you need a mindset coach, of course you know where to find me. But there are so many tools and resources out there, even just something as simple as a career assessment that will tell you what is most aligned to your strengths and weaknesses can make the biggest difference, and you deserve to give yourself that gift right now. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful in some way and that inspires you to make a shift this week that makes your life feel happier and easier and more in flow and in alignment with your true purpose. I hope you have an incredible week and absolutely no Sunday scaries. Be sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And until next time, I will see you next time. Bye guys!